So first off, you can kind of see this as like an apology for general launch issues, hiccups that happened, like payment problems, like the 4-hour maintenance 48 hours after launch, the translation issues, and the like. So like as a general round fire apology towards most of the issues that have happened, maintenances, downtimes, and the like. But then there's also the story that everybody else is talking about, and that is Owen. So Owen is in the crossfire, specifically in the Korean community. Overall, the game is a by Korean players developed game. Korean devs, right? Korean devs, meaning their Korean player base is very important to them. And one of the main issues that was brought up is the fact that some players didn't like the way the story played out, didn't like the fact that Owen kind of took like this main player role in the story, interacting with the female characters. That's kind of like the gist of it. If you want to know more, search Reddit, search the internet, ask for more clarification. But this is pretty much the baseline. So what are the devs planning to do going forward? Number one, there will be what they so-called it, full rework of the story, meaning that they change the way the story is written from the perspectives. The main character, the self-insert us, will be more in the focus in that story. And also they'll be hiring voice actors to fully voice act the story around by 2026. So in around the next 2 to 3 months going forward. So that is kind of the game plan with the story. On top of that, there have been some talks, right? It was kind of like a dev stream where the dev talked with the community, answered questions, nothing, basically live, right? And then there was also talk about, for example, the zero system and how there was going to be some improvements to like improve replayability, to kind of introduce some type of like auto optimization to make the grind easier to be done on the side. And that's kind of like the chaos system. Then the affinity system is going to get a rework to make it not such a grind to reach affinity 15. On that note, for those of you that haven't yet made it to affinity 15, once you do, there is no affinity 20, at least in protocol 9, right? So they're going to kind of like take a approach, rework the affinity system. On the note of monetization, there's been talks towards, I don't know, I guess you could say reducing prices with potentially upcoming packs. So pretty much like going back a bit on monetization. That's kind of like the gist of what the devs have, you could say, teased. And then I guess lastly, you can pretty much take away from this that the devs are very aware of the feedback, that there will be improvements towards localization, towards gameplay, towards replayability, towards events providing rewards in general. And that, you can pretty much treat these 50 summons as kind of like a round fire apology with, as well as, honestly, a good move looking forward. What exactly happens to Owen now, if they're gonna like, I don't know, rebrand him, change him, if anything is gonna happen to him at all, honestly, still written in the stars. We have to see what the devs come up with. But for now, the only thing you really need to take away from this is you better get lucky on those 50 summons. Otherwise, I'd be very sad. Peace.